Hey there. Just some context here for people who are new here. I am not an editor, okay? I literally just tried to figure out how I could be like useful in some way to this internet space. And it wasn't to like I'm not trying to get likes necessarily. I'm just trying to be visible, okay, as a black girl on the internet who has just kind of a unique position, as in like I live on my own. I live in the city. I live in California. I live in Silicon Valley. I have done tech stuff. If you have, some prompt or theme that you would like for me to unpack, I can try to unpack that. And there's just so many aspects of my story that I think are interesting, that I save for my own personal life. And I guess I hope that one day other black girls who are like wannabe artists or like wannabe writers will also sort of find this space and kind of get a general idea of how to do it. Because for me, I am making this content myself, okay, and I am editing myself. I am producing myself. I don't have a team. It's only me. And so yeah, I'm just giving you the raw version of the story. If you're looking for better lighting and editing, there are other girls for that. I'm just here to give you the story, okay? I'm not trying to like give you more than that. Like here, we just do the story. So I want to talk for a second about how Solange is getting her coins, and Solange is finally getting a seat at the table, which is just so fucking deserved. So Solange's entire album, A Seat at the Table, was really talking about her black female American experience. And it was so relatable to males alike. There were a lot of people who kind of got to understand how she really feels. Talk about an album that helps you process your feelings, especially as like a black American female. A Seat at the Table is that album. A Seat at the Table, it did so much. I mean, the visuals, the video for Don't Touch My Hair, I watched it again and it was incredible. So I just want to read what Tina Knowles, that's Solange's and Beyonce's mother. So Solange is Beyonce's sister. What she shared today on Instagram, and I'm just going to read the article for you. So Solange enters a new territory, ballet composer. The multi-hyphenate pop star will compose her first ballet score for the Fall Fashion Gala at New York City Ballet in September. So we've got her here. That's incredible. The ballet is and has historically been a primarily white space simply because of the socioeconomic factor. There just aren't very many girls, guys, people of color in this country who have had access to disposable income, and so they weren't able to participate in ballet classes as youth. So Solange was, obviously she's very privileged, but she is that avant-garde black girl. I guess growing up for me though, there were just so many examples of different types of girls. So I mean, we had so many examples. I mean, we had Ashanti, we had Brandy, we had Monica, Aaliyah. We had so many. So for me, like, I just didn't really pay attention to Solange because like I couldn't understand like her perspective. And I feel like as time has gone on, she's become a better writer and she's been able to tell her story in a more distinct way. I feel like she would have found her voice earlier had she been in therapy, but I think that therapy in the black community is becoming normalized only now, so I don't think she actually knew how to do that. But let's keep going. So Joshua Barron wrote this on August 15th, 2022 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Solange, the pop star whose artistic tendrils have reached into the worlds of music, choreography, fashion, film, visual art, and more, will soon add a new genre to her repertoire, ballet composer. New York City Ballet announced on Monday that Solange would write an original score for a work as yet untitled by Gianna Resin that will premiere at the company's annual Fall Fashion Gala on September 28th. The score is composed for a chamber ensemble that will be made up of some of Solange's musical collaborators and members of the City Ballet Orchestra. This step into ballet is the latest in a series of adventurous turns by Solange, 36, who began her career young as a singer and dancer, including with her sister Beyonce in Destiny's Child. Solange was never in Destiny's Child. That's why people don't know anything about Black culture. It's weird to say that. Solange's work later blossomed into multi-hyphenate and more independent territory with her music, starting with the 2012 album True, and continuing with A Seat at the Table 2016, and When I Get Home 2019, often doubling as a gathering place for genre-crossing interdisciplinary artists in her art and in the streets. She has also been an activist for Black Lives Matter and other causes. Solange has long had a theatrical edge that brought her into contact with Lincoln Center regulars and collaborators beyond the musical sphere. She has worked with the designer Carlos Soto, a regular partner of the auteurist director Robert Wilson, and organized programming, as well as brought her own performances to spaces like the Guggenheim and Getty Museums, as well as the Cincinnati Foundation in Maria, Texas, and the Elbe Philharmonie in Hamburg, Germany. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that one out when I go to Germany. Her music for Resin will be her debut in ballet, which was formative for her as a child in Houston. Yeah, I knew that. She saw Lauren Anderson, a pioneering Black principal dancer at Houston Ballet, and once told the writer Anya Mathis, "My dream was to go to Juilliard." Wow. So Juilliard is a performing arts school. It's like a performing arts college. Let's be specific. It's not like a high school or middle school. And many people in the arts community, like if you go to a performing arts middle school, elementary school, or high school, they have dreams of going to Juilliard because it's like the best of the best. You'll just be surrounded by people from all over the world who are like the best of the best. There are movies that center around this and kind of tell this story. Like Fame is one that's the most famous movie about that experience, especially like the New York specific experience. Anyway, the new dance is Resin's third for City Ballet and will feature costumes by Alejandro Gomez Palomo of Palomo, Spain. The Fall Fashion Gala, which pairs choreographers with dancers, will also feature a premiere by Kyle Abraham with costumes by Giles Deacon, and the first live performance of Justin Peck's Solo, which premiered virtually in 2021 in a film directed by Sofia Coppola and now features costume design by Ralph Simmons. Rounding out the gala evening is a George Balanchine masterpiece, Symphony in C from 1947. So there's another piece here that's featured. I thought I was subscribed. I guess I'm not. Maybe I'll pay for this subscription to read it, but there's something else called The Review. Solange turns the Guggenheim into a sanctuary for dance. I think she did this in her music video. I'm not sure, but anyway, we'll see. I just wanted to tell you guys that story because it's incredible, and I'm going to figure out some way to see this ballet and see more of Solange and all her magic.